What's up, guys? Cody Eatherton here, owner of Rapid Response Roofing.
And I'm Justin. I'm the COO of Rapid Response Roofing.
We want to talk about this, right? This is the elephant in the room.
Things that you should look for to know that this isn't a scam, to know that you're dealing with a tried and true company, to know that you're dealing with a real set of folks who are going to take care of you and give you a great product. Hey, welcome to the Rapid Response Roofing Podcast. We got both of us here. I'm Justin. This is Cody, the owner of the company. Today, we are talking about door knocking. That is the primary way that we generate our leads and our business as a small company. Door knocking can seem a tad uncouth. The door-to-door businessman is still alive and well in the United States. We use it primarily as our primary source of income, our primary source of getting in front of customers, our primary source of marketing. That's direct marketing. We love to door knock here, and I think one of the masters of door knocking that I know is our own owner here, Cody. So tell me, Cody, why door knocking?
Well, thank you for that. Door knocking, man. I am big on door knocking. For one, I might be a young guy, but I'm very old school with my traditions and my methods and the business model that we have here at Rapid Response Roofing. So door knocking is our primary driver of lead generation. So that's how we generate the most leads. We are out there knocking doors on a daily basis. Many reasons why we knock doors. Obviously, because it's that lion mentality, right? Like for our sales guys, like if you guys want to get out there and generate leads, and sell roofs, basically, you guys you can't wait for it to come to you. You got to go and get it, right? So that's my number one, perspective as far as knocking doors. So why do we knock doors? For insurance purposes, right? So when we get to these neighborhoods that get storms, first off, let's clear the air here. Storm chasers, right? So we get
very naughty word in the industry.
Yeah, right. Like it's offensive. We're not. So in a sense, I guess you could call us storm chasers, but the way I like to explain it is I like to say that we're storm catchers, right? Because we service the entire state of Michigan. If a storm comes through Michigan, we're going to be in whatever community, whatever city that is to help out and help, bring the community back after a loss, right? So if you want to call us storm chasers, sure. However, we take offense to it. We don't think we're storm chasers. We're storm catchers in a way, and we just like to, help the communities out and recover on their loss. So that's why we're out there door knocking, right? 9 times out of 10, the insurance company is not going to call you, their customer, right? Their client. They're not going to call you and say, "Hey, Bob, we heard you guys had a hailstorm last night. Get your roof looked at, make sure everything's good to go," right? You're not going to get that call from your insurance company. It's very rare. It's happened, but it's very, very rare that that's going to happen, right? So that's where we come out. We're going to come out and we're going to knock all the doors in the area that's been affected because we want to educate people on the process of, hey, you pay all this money for insurance. Why do you have insurance? For times like these, right? For times of loss, right? So that's why you need to utilize your insurance properly at the time of the loss. And we're there to educate the community as to why they should do that. So most people think that we're out there trying to take advantage of the insurance. And it's literally the opposite, right? So we want to make sure that you are not getting taken advantage of by the insurance company, making sure that the insurance company is covering your losses when losses occur. It's pretty simple, right? So that's why we're out there knocking doors. We want to educate people on the process. Of course, we want to be the roofing company to help you out. But even if we're not, at least we're there to help educate on the process. When you get your door knocked by us or other roofers, 100 roofers, 10 roofers a day, right? We're out there for a reason. We're not out there wasting our time. We're not out there, just for fun, right? We're out there for a reason, for a purpose. So if we're out there and we're knocking doors, it should be taken seriously. We do have value to offer, and it's not always a sales pitch, because if the insurance company covers your roof and replaces your roof, most likely the only cost that you're responsible for is your deductible of the insurance policy for the claim, right? So it's something to make sure that you're on top of, you stay on top of it, right? any storm that occurs in your area, you should always get your roof looked at. And if a company comes by and knocks your door, just vet the company, right?
Yeah.
Look the company up on Google, look the company up on Facebook, check their reviews out, make sure they have a known presence in the area, make sure, that they've been in business, and just make sure that they take care of their customers. That's the biggest thing. So if a company's knocking your door, just vet the company, depending on who the company is, give them the time of day to inspect the roof, and see if you've got damages up there. So at the end of the day, we're all offering free roof inspections. So we're just trying to get up there and see if you have damages. If you do have damages, we're more than happy to help and offer solutions on what your next options could be. However, if there's no damage up there, then, you get a clean bill of health, you get a peace of mind, and we go on our way. So, that's my take on door knocking. So
Yeah, door knockers kind of get a bad rap. There's the whole storm chaser thing, but at the same time, if you look at our company history, there's times that we've gone out to communities like Union City after the tornado that ripped through there, and we did a bunch of work for free, a ton of work. We were giving free tarps out. We were going door to door to really help the community at least get to a spot of equal before they start the rebuilding process.
Yeah.
And the other thing too is that for small and mid-sized businesses, in the land of America and the land of capitalism, is going out there and getting the job that bad. In my mind, it's not. If you go out there and you're a small company and you're knocking on doors to not only help folks recover after a storm, but also drum up business for yourself, there's nothing more American than that. There's a mutual benefit there. We don't take advantage of people. I would say few companies that do door knock take advantage. There's a few of them out there. The majority don't.
And do your due diligence. That's why it is up to you to do your research and your due diligence and just make sure that it's a legitimate company. And from there, as long as you make sure and vet the company, then you should have a great experience with them. So, and it's really the same thing we learned as kids and what we teach our kids, right? It all starts from the very beginning when we're kids. And it's like, hey, you want to make some money to, go buy some toys or whatever, go out with your friends, go mow some yards, go knock on the neighbors' doors, go mow some yards. It's no different. Like, we're just grown now. Like, we're doing the same thing. I grew up knocking doors, mowing yards, shoveling driveways. Knocking doors has always been a part of my life forever. And it always will be. And I just believe, like you said, it's truly the American dream to be able to just go out there, generate business, and help the community while earning a living for yourself. So
absolutely. And at the end of the day, I think that a lot of us in the door knocking community have a lot of fun with it, because we're not, if you go into it with the mindset that you're wheeling and dealing and you're making sales, it kind of sucks the fun out of it. But when you go out there just to have great conversations with people that you would normally never interact with in the first place, and you meet great people who are into very unique things. I know I've spent hours and hours talking to folks that I've never done business with, that were completely fulfilling, learning about the things that they like, the things that they love, and learning new things for me to digest. Like, I talked to a guy a few months ago about Pontiacs. He gave me 3 hours worth of information about Pontiac GTOs, which I never knew. He had a lot of good stuff to give me, and I really enjoy that aspect about door knocking.
Yeah, 100%, man. Just authenticity, getting out there, being yourself, meeting people as their selves, and just conversating, getting off of social media, So it's a fun thing. So so that's our take on door knocking. So I'll end with this. If you see our company in your area knocking on doors, please give us a chance. Hear us out, see what we have to say. Let us inspect your roof. Just give you a peace of mind whether there is or isn't damage. And if there is damage, we just simply want to go over your options with you, so that way you're educated and well aware of what your next steps could be if you want to, pursue the claim for your loss. So, so guys, give us a chance. We're out there knocking doors every day. So if we show up at your door, we'll see you with a friendly face, and we hope we earn your business. So thanks, guys. Thanks for watching.
Appreciate it, guys. We're knocking. We're knocking. Thank you.